I'm gonna do this?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'll bring my hand over.
Hi everyone, I'm coming to you live from Centerville, Tennessee.
Home of Minnie Pearl.
There you go, home of Minnie Pearl. I am with some really sweet, wonderful friends, and we are spending the week together to just craft away and get some therapy sessions in, because crafting is therapeutic. We're going to start off this Listen at Lunch episode with how to remove a splinter. And this is something I've never done before. So Michelle here, oh, by the way, this is my coffee. It's in a little Creekside Sea coffee mug, and we're here at Hope's Haven. Okay, so Michelle has a splinter right here that she got picking up a big plank to ward off Rottweilers this morning. It was quite an eventful walk she had. So apparently when you use multi-purpose liquid glue, yet another reason to have multi-purpose liquid glue with you, and you put it right on the splinter. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right down here. We're gonna put a little piece on, a little spot, right on the top.
Yeah, and around it, but get a big spot.
Big spot. And you know, when it dries, it becomes gummy, like a glue dot. So we're gonna let that dry. She's obviously gonna walk around a little bit and let that dry. And we're gonna come back and see if we pulled that splinter right out with this multi-purpose liquid glue. Little did we know you were gonna get 2 for 1 today at Tuesday's teaching. All right, let me check my computer here and make sure that we are live and streaming well. And we're gonna get started on a project today that you are absolutely going to love. I absolutely love it, and you are too. We are actually going to, I told you to bring a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock and your paper trimmer, along with paper snips, some Stampin Seal Plus, which is our new very strong adhesive, and this rolls as smooth as butter. You're gonna love this. Paper snips, a bone folder, and multi-purpose liquid glue. And we are going to make a frame. You're not gonna believe that it's a frame, but we're gonna do that. All right, let me find my live because I'm not on here. Hey, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, good, it looks like it's coming in clear too. All right. Looks like it's a little bit better than Friday's episode. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use our 12 by 12 paper, and we're going to be using our scoring tool only. All right, so don't use, you can if you want to, just there's a little notch opening on our paper trimmer where you can take this right out so you don't have any boo-boos. So let's just do that because Lord knows I boo-boo. Yeah, and it comes right out, right? There we go. Okay, so now we've just got the scoring blade here, and we are going to score all 4 sides. This is going to take just a little bit at a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inches, and that's all 4 sides. So moving it up 2. So this is going to take just a little bit. Just bear with me. It's a beautiful day down here, and I say down because I drove down from Michigan. How's that glue drying, Michelle?
I'm putting it under the heat lamp.
Oh, okay. She's expediting her process with her splinter.
That's stuff to do.
Yep, right? Uh-oh. I gotta turn off my volume. So again, I just did one side. It's gonna be a little slow for me. But I love how the lines go all the way down.
Expediting her
Okay. We want to turn the volume off. Okay, there we go. Give me a shout out if you're listening live with me. I'm expecting my friends to shout out too so you can hear them. There's one.
Should we give it a rebel yell?
Yeah.
I don't think we want that.
Come on.
I bet Susan can do a rebel yell.
Oh, come on, Susan.
A rebel yell?
Mm-hmm.
A half, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inches on all 4 sides. Got 2 down. And I'm using the full sheet of 12 by 12. And if you want it a certain size, I'm going to share with you how I came up with making the opening a certain size for photos or your beautiful artwork or designer series paper with a greeting. But you're going to be amazed at this beautiful frame that we're going to make. Lightweight. All you need is a couple supplies. Probably should have prepped this in advance, but I want you to see me working and how fast it'll go. You might be faster than me. I'm freezing up here. 1/2 inch. Are you guys on?
No,
Is either of you on?
no, I didn't want to drive them down.
Oh, okay. So let me know if you're on. Hi, Nancy.
Nancy.
We miss you.
Hey, Nancy.
You should be here.
Nancy, yeah, Nancy, Beth, Lisa. Should all be here. Okay, getting down there. A 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inches all around. 3 sides down. 1 to go. And this new paper trimmer that Stampin' Up! Sells actually extends to 17 inches. So you can do a kind of like wrapping paper if you wanted to. That's usually pretty long if you needed to do longer projects, longer pieces of cardstock. All right, so here's our Whisper White cardstock, scored at 1/2, 1, 1.5, and 2 inches on all 4 sides. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper trimmer again, and I'm going to go to 2.5 inches, and this scoring tool has a little tiny notch in the very middle on both sides as to where the blade is. So I only want to score at 2.5 inches down to the second line, the second score, and I want to do that so I can line up those little lines right to where I'm measuring, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to come back, so I want to do that at the top, and then I want to do that at the bottom of one side. So yeah, let's go down here. So I'll go up to 2.5, and I'll do the top and bottom down here. And I'm only going to go up to the second score line. And I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to do it again on the other side at the top and bottom. Oh. it out. And I just line up those little lines on the side of the scoring blade to the where I want it to stop. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do, we can put the paper trimmer aside. And hi, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce.
The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut out the 4 corners. This might be hard to see on Whisper White, but I'm going to cut out the 4 corners. If you're really good, you could have left your blade in and cut it out with your blade on your paper trimmer, but I'm not that good, so I'm using my paper snips, which are an essential tool for your craft kit.
I have a bit of a tip for the trimmer.
Please.
Okay, let me show you.
Michelle is going to share yet another tip for you today, Tuesday's teaching.
Yes. So, for my trimmer, the metric markings confused me. So I put a piece of washi tape over the metric markings to disguise them. And then I saw someone else shared, I was working with some dark cardstock and I needed to have the precision for my score marks and was having a hard time seeing the numbers on whatever this piece is called. So someone shared to put a piece of washi tape on the underside. So I have a piece of light color washi tape here, and now the numbers here are much easier to see.
Looky there.
So that I'm able to score or to cut precisely where my little notches show.
Woo! Thank you,
You
Michelle.
are so welcome.
Wow.
Stop.
Very cool.
You can see her name with brick house, but not Michelle.
Okay, I'm on my last corner of the 4 corners. And my video has stopped, so I hope you guys are still with me here.
Oh man, I messed up my glue.
I'm going to turn off my volume is off, so let's see if it'll stay with me. Who's there with us? Joyce, we have Susan Fries, Kathy Dodd, her sister Sherry, Hope Hardy, and Michelle Salchow. 1L Michelle.
Right.
All right, so now I have my 4 corners cut out, but I have this little 2.5-inch score down to the second line. So here's what we're going to do with that. We're going to take our scissors, paper snips, and go on an angle from the 3rd line up to that 2nd line, and then we're going to cut that piece out. Come on. And do that on all 4 sides. So you're just doing this on the top and the bottom. So you'll be able to see why when we get to that point. See the little notch we're making? It's one side. And here's the other. She's got it in capital letters. Michelle! Hi, Daniela. Well, it looks like you can hear me, but my video might be blotchy. I apologize for that. Okay. Make sure I have that right. All right, great. So next thing we're going to do is get out your bone folder, and we're going to start folding these. And using your bone folder to crease it nice and crispy. Crispy. know if all my peeps here in the house, they're afraid to talk.
I have such a fear of talking. Gotta concentrate on my food rhyme.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna resume the splinter pulling out soon. Yet another use for your multi-purpose liquid glue. For those of you that joined late, we are showing you multiple reasons to have the multi-purpose liquid glue. Exactly why it's named multi-purpose liquid glue. Okay? But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the new Stampin Seal Plus, which is a stronger adhesive than our Stampin Seal, and it's great for 3D projects and crafts such as this. And smooth as butter, it's just going to go right along. Listen how quiet it is too. You can't hear that click, 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 click. It just kind of strolls along. So we're going to put this on all 4 ends of our piece that we're using here.
Tammy did it without the sound. Tammy Ackerman, she always does the...
Oh, really? I don't know. Okay. Oh, Keri.
Video's fine, I'm watching from mine.
Oh, good. Oh, good. All right. So I don't know what I did there. But, you know. I really caught it, but that's okay. We're going to be able to recoup because this is underneath, so it's all going to be fine. All right. Now, next we're going to flip this over. And before I close this up, if you want to put your piece inside, this is the time to do it. So a 12 by 12 sheet is going to end up having a 7 by 7 opening. Okay? I'm going to start with the 2 end pieces that do not have the notches cut out with them. And I'm going to take my taped end and put it right down to my 2-inch score line, and then I'm going to fold it down and then take a pen, which I probably didn't put on there that you want to have handy, and stick that in on both sides so that it sticks down. Now you've got one end, and then I'm going to go to the opposite end that's not notched and put this end down. And I just kind of cup that one line, that 2-inch score mark, and then roll this down. So now we have 2 sides done. Oh, I boobled there. So let's just cut this off. And I'll put a little more tape on it before we get there. So I'm using my pen just to kind of press down. And now, ooh, I'm moving all over. All right, now I'm taking my Stampin' Seal Plus again. I'm getting that little spot that I didn't get before, and that's, alrighty then. There we go. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to flip this over, and I have my 2 sides. This notched edge is what is going to be your 4 corners. And before I put this down, the notched edge down, I'm going to put a little tiny triangle of multi-purpose liquid glue right here. You could probably use a glue dot if you put it right in the corner too. And this will take just a tiny bit of time, so you'll need a little patience. But you're going to fold this up, and you're going to tuck this down, just like you did with the other 2 sides. And then pop it in place. And then you're going to squeeze the corners so it's mitered really well, and kind of hold that down on both ends under the multi-purpose liquid glue so that it stays together nicely in the corner. I'm just going to hold that for a couple minutes. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Pam. Hi, Debbie. Glad you're here. All right, now I'm going to come do the other end. I think that's pretty good. I held those down for a little bit. I'm going to go again and put a little triangle of glue on both ends so that when we put this last piece together, we're going to have mitered corners. Okay, I'm going to take my end flap, pop it right down on that 2-inch score line, and stick it down. And then I'm going to press in the corner and hold it on both sides. And look at how pretty this is. So now I have a 7x7 opening for this beautiful frame. Very lightweight, but look how nice this is. Now you have like a shadow box frame for a great little project. And you can put just about anything in here. I made a couple other ones that are smaller. I made this Misty Moonlight one. I made a basic black one. This is I'm not sure, I'd have to get out my measuring. And then I made this one with designer series paper. I think you're gonna love this one. And the boho indigo product medley. Look how pretty that is. So I used the designer series paper from the In Good Taste pack, which instead of showing you all the pieces, I have my sampler ready for you to look at. Not only do you get these 6 different designs, well actually 12, 6 different sheets of one on each side, but you also get 6 more over here, which are gorgeous. And then I've got the little circles of the colors that coordinate with these papers, and that's what I used. I used this piece right here to create this frame. So I didn't even have to put anything in the background, and then I just added the images from the Boho Indigo product medley kit. Isn't that gorgeous? So there you go. If you want a specific size frame opening, you can, what you do is you just add 5 inches to it. So this is a 5x7 opening here. So I just added 5 inches to my measurements of 5x7. So it's 10x12 cardstock. Your scoring is still the same, a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inches on all 4 sides, and then miter out at 2.5 inches the little edges so that you can have these great little corners. And it looks like a picture frame that you would buy at the store. But you made it yourself. Yeah, so there we have it. As always, I want to see your creations. So please make one up using designer series paper or cardstock and post it for all of us to see. I will post these samples for you as well, so that you can get another glimpse at those. And we're going to bring Michelle back in and see about her splinter with the multi-purpose liquid glue.
All right, it's not
Are we successful?
completely clear yet,
No.
but let's see how it's working. My nails are not really long enough. Come on. There, we got a handle.
This is fun. So we put multi-purpose liquid glue on top of her splinter and let it dry as best we could for this live video so that you could see if this works to pull out a splinter. It might just do it. Oh my goodness, I don't see it. Do you?
No, I don't. Nothing.
Thank you, Hope. All right, another
It's
reason
gone.
why you need this in your toolkit, and now you need it in your medicine kit. It's a plus.
How about that?
Right? All right. Well, I appreciate you joining me today. If you want to order these products and and anything else, please go to my website, keriout.stampinup.net. And for orders under $150, please use this host code. If you have an order of $150 or more, you don't want to use a host code so that you can get your own Stampin' Rewards, which is free money to buy Stampin' Up! Products. Also, if you want it all, if your wish list is huge, this month is a great time to sign up with the starter kit. It's a membership where you're going to get a discount. It's $99 for $125 worth of any products you want. And now through June 30th, you also get to pick out a free bundle. And I didn't pull one out to show you, but a bundle is a stamp set and a tool, whether it's a die cut set that matches a stamp set or it's a stamp set and a punch that coordinates with one another. 30th. And then you get 20 to 25% off your future orders. So that is a win-win. Also, you need to schedule a private class with me as well, because hostesses right now earn additional Stampin' Rewards with a $250 or more order. So if you have a $250 order yourself, you'll earn $25 in addition to the 10% that you already earn on $250. So that's an additional $25. So that's $50 you get on a $250 order. Or if you have a party and your total of your party exceeds $250 in merchandise, you'll get that additional $25. So contact me today to schedule your private class and gather your friends, and we will have a really good time together. I have 3 spots left for my Stampin' Weekend in September 25th through 27th in Oxford. If you want to relax and enjoy the company of fellow crafters, which I just did last weekend, and now I'm doing that all this week with my peeps. Contact me right away to get your spot. $60 deposit will get you in. And that's about it. I will send out a newsletter with my upcoming classes, because I'm going to be starting towards the end of the month. I'm going to start opening up my home to small classes for you to in-person enjoy, but I'm also still going to be live with you on Tuesdays and Fridays at noon. So we'll look forward to seeing you on Friday for another episode of Listen at Lunch. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, reach out to me with any questions you might have. Everybody say so long.
So long.
What about the splinter?
Yeah, it's gone.